Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, Basic Economics with Joseph. Today's topic of conversation is about one of my favorite things in the whole world, silver. All right. But before I get started on this video, I want to say I'm not a financial advisor or a financial analyst. I am just a student of basic financial education. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite things in the world is silver. I love it. I love to buy it. I love how it feels in my hand. I love the history of it. I understand it. It's in everything industrial wise. It is an awesome element, ladies and gentlemen. But today in this video, I want to explain to you why I buy it, and maybe I'm not telling you to. Maybe you should too. All right. So number one, ladies and gentlemen, thing I want to tell you about silver. Number one, it's cheap. All right. Right now, today, I believe the spot price for silver is around $23.75. It's not too bad. One thing I can tell you, it's cheap. One thing I can tell you is, and that price, it's called the spot price, that's sold worldwide. One thing I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is that spot price is manipulated. Why? Well, basically because if the Wall Street or JP Morgan and Federal Reserve allow silver to run and people flock to it, basically it could destroy the monetary system. So they like to keep it under wraps. That's why you think about it. That's why you don't learn about money in school. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, did you guys know that gold and silver are actually in the Constitution? All right, but it's cheap. So why not buy it while nobody's talking about it? All right. That's the first reason. The second reason I like silver is because it's a savings account. This 10-ounce bar is probably worth around, I'd say about $230, $240. Easy way to save money. Look at that. I can just take this and just throw it somewhere and it'll just collect dust. All right. Easy way to save. One thing about me, and I'll be completely transparent, when it comes to saving currency, whether it be digits on a screen or in physical form, I am trash. But ladies and gentlemen, when I first started stacking silver, that's what they call it in the precious metal world, my quote unquote savings account started to explode in terms of fiat dollars. And since then, I've been purchasing it, and I do it every single paycheck. One thing I do, no matter what, is I always pay myself first. And usually, any type of income I make, I always will take 10% of that and put it aside in some type of asset. And usually, for me, that's silver. All right. The next thing, ladies and gentlemen, silver is a store of value. It's a store of wealth. All right. This same silver bar would be a store of value, a store of wealth. Whether it be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, or it could even be 1,000 years ago. No matter what, it would be a store of wealth and a store of value, and you can take it and exchange it for goods and services or other paper fiat currencies like dollars and euros or yen or real, whatever it may be. The next thing, ladies and gentlemen, about silver, it protects you from political and economic uncertainty that governments cause. Let me give you a good example. All over the world right now, you're seeing protest, social unrest, political unrest. And a lot of the times when this happens, one thing people try to do is they rush to the bank to get their currency out. But one thing that the banks do is they usually will freeze people out of their accounts. In my personal opinion, ladies and gentlemen, we're headed for another Great Depression, and you're going to see history repeat. I believe there's going to be a bank bail-in, and with the WEF, the World Economic Forum, talking about a cyber attack, I believe it's going to be in the financial system to push us into a digital currency. So why not have some money to protect you on the outside? Or a good example, last year or a year and a half ago in Canada, when there was a peaceful protest and people were protesting against the mandates, the Canadian government actually blocked people out of their bank accounts. To think about that, ladies and gentlemen, for you not to be able to pull money from an ATM machine or go to your bank and pull out cash or use your debit or credit card. Think about that. The government actually blocked people in Canada out of their bank account. So just imagine if you were acquiring this over time, you could easily take it to a coin shop and exchange it for currency to pay your bills. All right. So it protects you. You know why? Because it's outside the system. The next thing it protects you against is inflation. All right. Gold and silver are a hedge against inflation. More, in my opinion, more hyperinflation, but still inflation. No matter what, this will always protect me from fiat currencies being printed away. I can take this and use it in any nation in the world. All right, like just for example, so many countries around the world now are having their currencies are hyperinflating. Argentina, Pakistan, Turkey. So many more. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since I've been doing current events, but so many countries the currencies are breaking down. So just imagine you've had gold or silver to protect you. You could exchange it for that fiat because it protects you against inflation. And the next thing, ladies and gentlemen, the last thing, one thing about silver and gold, they're money. They've always been money, always will be money. Even J.P. Morgan himself said it, and he was the creator of the Federal Reserve. He said, gold is money, everything else is credit. All right, and even silver. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. All over the world at one time, or here in the United States, our our coinage used to be silver. Our quarters, dimes, and half dollars used to be 90% silver. All right. And remember, it's even in the Constitution because the people who created it knew and understood the ramifications of a central bank. That is why they put gold and silver as legal tender in the Constitution, because they knew it was money. All right. This beautiful piece right here, you can find available on APMEX. I get no type of incentive by mentioning them, but it's a beautiful piece. I love this 9 fine, beautiful silver bar, ladies and gentlemen. But that's it. Like I always tell you guys, ladies and gentlemen, please always educate yourself. All right, because I wish I knew about this many years ago, because I would have probably been more than likely stacking it as a store of value, store of wealth, just over the time, because also it is an asset. In my personal opinion, this is probably one of the greatest gifts you can give somebody too, because what other entity can you give somebody that's money, that's a store of value? You can take it anywhere in the world, and it appreciates over time as currencies depreciate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. But like I always say, always educate yourself and educate others. All right, thank you and have a great day.